All right. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody today? It is Friday. I don't know where everybody lives, but what? Yeah, you're trolling the kitty, huh? 5 seconds before I hit go, I hear this. Meow. I was like, oh God. Kip was tackling, quote, hugging the cat. Cat is not a big fan of Kip. Um. Anyway, yeah, pouring rain here all day today. It's supposed to be crappy. Hopefully, you guys have better weather wherever you guys are at. It is yuck, yuck, yuck here. So yeah, in all honesty, market's moving a little tiny bit more than what I thought. Again, the pound data, while very good, we expected it to be actually, you know, on the positive side. There was an adjustment last time, so it's kind of that mixed review where it's a good and a bad, so it's throwing things off a little bit. You're seeing the euro pound down 20. Again, that makes sense. Again, with the negative previous, and then obviously this time. But again, yesterday we talked about it. Kind of a surprise, kind of probably a little bit better, right? So we'll see. But for the most part, everything else, I mean, dollar CAD moving a bit. And again, some of this has to do with oil out there. Pound yen, 14, not a whole lot, right? 27 Aussie dollar, not really a whole lot. And it's retraced in the last hour. Pound yen, it's green, but it's retracing in the last hour as well, kind of bringing this one back down to zero. So we'll see where it goes. You know, little couple comments coming in right now. We're seeing some progress on inflation with demand normalizing. And yeah, I would say, we joke about how it's continuing to go higher. I would say yes, things are not out of control. There has been some progress, but we're not. I mean, to assume that it's under control, I think is wrong. Um, you know, going to pre yeah, what if yeah. Fewer workers could constrain our growth and inflation. Yeah, got it. Incentives, yeah. As for travel, I hear initiatives are underway. Yeah. So so I don't think Barkin's wrong. Right? Yes, there has been some progress, right? Things are, gas is not at $5 a gallon right now. We're talking about like, the low threes. So again, yeah, there's progress made, but things are still definitely higher than what they were. And people are still using that excuse. Well, everything's more expensive now, right? Even if things are not more expensive. Like it's funny, we got you know, AstroTurf rental. Stupid as this is, AstroTurf rental. The building's been there for 20 years. They don't upgrade anything. They don't clean anything. They don't do anything different. They're like, well, everything's more expensive now. It's like, but what exactly is more expensive? What do you do differently? You're not paying your employees more, right? It's an AstroTurf field. Nothing has changed. You're not upgrading anything. You're not buying anything new, and we're renting it, and it's $75 more than last year an hour because everything's more expensive. It's an easy excuse, right? Easy excuse. Um, yeah, everybody's using it, even though it doesn't really matter. So with that, that's basically all the news we got for today. We're going to run out of headlines. And again, it is a holiday weekend, so I would expect things to drop sooner than normal. As you can see, nothing tomorrow, nothing Sunday. And Monday, we got some Aussie news super late at night. Monday is when you're going to probably Monday night for this Australian news. I would almost consider this as what like our Sunday night open. Typically Sunday night opens get ruined when you have holiday Mondays. And that's kind of what it is. I would say that this is really the first trading event that we get. Besides that, nothing else really earth shattering. Too big force in the dollar yen. Dollar jumps to 6 week high in real expectations. Yep, absolutely, as it should. Bring the kind of back into balance. And that's kind of it. I mean, it's like it just disappears really, really quick, right? Broad disinflation. Oh, look, see? The ECB is using disinflation now. She's saying broad disinflation process hasn't even started. Maybe, maybe not. Eurozone inflation rate may half by mid 2020. We'll see. Like I said, none of these are really considered major movers right now. Yield curve inverted. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while. Excuse me. Dramatic swing in sentiment extends the greenback rally. Yeah. So, yeah, and Friday, holiday weekend, no real news to drive anything. Again, people sneaking out early. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. So, VIX a little up, right? A little bit of a gap, and again, big rally at the close of business yesterday. Markets are slightly in the red, but looking at this, I mean, you maybe look at the NQ and you're like, wow, that's bad. 0.1, yeah, but I mean, 0.3. I mean, the market's just opened. I mean, these absolutely could rally up. We could absolutely have a feel good Friday today. There's no news out there today that wasn't there yesterday. I mean, all the negative sentiment is in. I would say today is, excuse me. God, I don't know why I'm yawning now. I would talk to Melissa, be like, "Hey, did you sneak decaf coffee into the coffee maker? Like, what's going on here?" Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about that one. I don't know if that's the case or not, but yeah. So they could absolutely all roll back up again, and I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, all the talk about no hard landings and all the rest of it. There, I think we're. I don't going into a holiday weekend. I don't see any reason why. Again, we couldn't have some type of a rally today because there's not really any news that are nothing really horribly bad, right? I did see that the Ukraine is probably going to run out of tanks. I guess that's why the big press is on. They've lost over half their tanks, and I guess the tanks that I guess that the numbers of Russian tanks that they've lost, Russian losses are very high for what they're saying. And again, I guess there was a lot of like captured ones where like basically Russians they're like, we're out of fuel, we're leaving a tank, we're getting out of here, right? They've only of the like I think they've captured 400 tanks and vehicles or whatever, but only 7 of them are actually considered current tanks. So basically, what Russia is doing is they are emptying the junkyard of old tanks that there's nothing they can do with them, right? And they're just taking and them dumping them in the Ukraine. I was like, that's a whole nother take on the war. Like, yeah, Russia's lost 1,500 tanks, but they're tanks that they can't do anything with, right? They're not modern tanks. They don't. There's no way to. You would not upgrade them, so they're they're basically taking the junkyard. So it's like, wow, that's interesting. So 7 of the I guess 400 tanks that have been captured or whatever are actually tanks that they can do something with. The rest of them are all just junk. So I was like, hey, that's one way to get rid of your trash, right? Invade your neighbor, dump the tanks, and be like, hey, here you go, bud. Here's a tank from World War II. Have fun with it, right? And with no possible way for modern technology to increase it. So there's that. But yeah, so right now indices are in the red, and that's why the VIX is probably inflated high. You're seeing all the commodities down big. Now, there was news that we got yesterday from Chevron, and this is why we're seeing oil down big, and it's probably why natural gas. Now, natural gas is like trying to make me be a believer again that we can get the 2, but it's not happening. We did have an increase yesterday. Gold and silver down as we'd expected. Again, that's all dollar based, but oil is down 3.9% because we got news out of Chevron. All right. The news out of Chevron. Basically, I guess there's 100,000 barrels that they've brought online from their Venezuelan, I guess, refinery, right? Um, so, oops. Yeah, so that's kind of a new thing, right? Right, another 100,000 barrels. Again, we saw, the talk was Chinese demand was coming online, but increasing, actual supply. You know, that obviously helps, right? That obviously helps. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I was trying to this. Okay. Sorry, there's a pop up. I'm trying to get out of the way, but I wanted to save it. It's like one of those ones. Like, no, I want that one, but like not right now. Okay. Um, but yeah, so that's why we're seeing the move in energy prices again. More supply being brought online. Right now, here's where we are with the Aussie dollar. So again, we got a nice little pop up, and again, we didn't really move this yesterday, but here was the spike that occurred at 10 o'clock, right? Because of that news, it hit the target, right? If we adjust this down, it's when I leave it here, you're like, oh, look at that, right at the 23. It's like, yeah, but the price went all the way down here. So yeah, you can see a little bit of a continuation pattern through this. We had that alert set, right? We're looking for the alert, and again, I'll bring this across. Right there. So you can see there was a little bit of more near-term basing and a little bit of a pushback right here. So we talked about it yesterday. Now that this had sliced through, we had liked it. We are good with it. That's where we're sitting right now. So let's delete it and pull the alert off right now, and we pull that off. We'll pull this, clean all these for next week. I'm gonna put it there, even though that's an old level. But this is what we're looking for right now. So I would say this little level right here around the 23.6 could be a decent move today. This could be a potential for a reversal, right? Again, if we push up, again, it's got to clear kind of through where we're at right now, but that could be something we watch out for in the Aussie dollar. And I'm on board with this one. Like I said, I see the dollar strength coming back in. Kipster, come here, Kip. It's too quiet. When it's quiet, he comes in with something that he's got all over him. assuming there's probably Messi in the room. So it'd be nice if we get this all the way back up to the 68, 68, 64. I don't really want to make it or not. It looks like it's having some problems, but maybe this is just a little bit of a pullback from the open, and then we continue to drive higher. Right now on the downside, we need to be able to look back. We know that 68.01 is where we're at. We talked about 68.56 was kind of a target for us before, right, in this old Harry Potter. We can actually remove a bunch of these profit targets were all grabbed. Let's see. Let's talk about this one right here. Oops. Let's see. This is pretty much where we have buyers stepping in. Coordinates. That's not bad. It was kind of close. Copy. Paste. There we go. Yeah, we're in racetrack mode right now. Let's pull this off just to keep the browser fresh. Oops. Yeah, 78 sitting right there. That short is out. That short is out. See. Not a horrible zone right there. All right, so that gives me some levels here. All right, let's see. Okay, so right now, again, we're looking for a continued short. Right, so this is green and black. This is going to be a green and a white. Yeah. All right. So this is what we're looking for right now. If we're able to push up, 68.64 is another short. It'll be a 23.6 retracement with a continued push to the downside. We'll go with that one. Targets to the downside, you need to make sure that you're out at 67.66. That's an area where buyers are coming in. So again, watch out for that one. The next nice little buy area that we have is 67.26. Right. 67.26 is a nice little bounce point. It's an older level. It's been a while since it's been there. Hold on one sec. Let me go check on him real quick. All right, he's all good. He found Jin's Valentine's Day bag with like stickers and little toys that she got from school. So he's playing with that right now. He's wanted to play with it for like the last 2 days, but unfortunately Jin was like, "No, it's mine." But Jin is obviously not here right now, so I will let him get his fill now, so it's not a big deal when she gets back today. But it means I have to go clean it up afterwards. So Jin will come back and be like, "Dad, Bud's got into all my stuff." I'm like, "Oh my god, he did? No way." So yeah. But anyway, that's where we're looking for this. Aussie yen, you can see we're running into the buyers. And again, we've hit. Not very strong. We talked about a break below 80, 91.81. I still think that's pretty decent. If we can get that 91.81 break there, we do know we can go a bit farther. There is a 50% retracement and a little hiccup right there. But this is probably more setting this up for maybe like a Sunday night into kind of a Monday piece there. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. So yeah, like this one on the downside. Again, it looks very, very similar to the Aussie dollar. Again, we're trying to take over this racetrack here, getting down to the 91.44, which will be a target. But right now, with the chop back and forth, I mean, you could say, it's a monstrous pattern. But if you wanted to be like, hey, look at this, I know what happens with this pattern. Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about 2 days worth of movement here. That's not quite what the pattern is designed to be drawn on. So yeah. So keep that under your 91.80 drop. Again, this is a level, not the greatest level, and it's been hit multiple times. So we're looking for the break and the push to the downside. Euro dollar. All right. So hope you guys got this one. No entry. There's your base. And you may say, wait a second, did that qualify? I'm going to pull this back so you don't see it. Did this qualify? Question is, maybe you got in on that one. Again, if you're looking for the base and the pullback, it's not the ideal scenario. We like a little bit more. We like to be able to draw that triangle, but you could have gotten an entry there. But again, it did define this level quite well, right? if you didn't get the entry there, you did get it right there. So it doesn't matter which one you got in, if you got it on the aggressive one or the long one. But nice little run. There's another 30 pips in the overnight. This one got you out at 6:30 in the morning. This is one of those wake up type trades. And again, if you look at this European Open, the European Open 3 o'clock is right here, right? That's where we use as the 3 o'clock time frame. You can see that this went up and this is at 4:30. So you could have set this and said, hey, listen, there is the base. There's a confirmation of the base. I like it. Set it and went back to sleep. Boom, boom, you're out. And then again, we pulled back up again and pushing back to the downside. So, again, I don't typically say get into this, the second and third times. And I would agree with it here. Um, it's too late now if you're not in. If you did get into it over here, it's not horrible. Again, just be cautious with any type of reversal this morning. But, this is a dollar strength based move and a continuation to the downside. So, again, if you were yesterday, there's an easy 30 pips in the overnight. Um, Again, we were looking for that near term basing. And again, literally the near term basing right here at 7 o'clock literally drew us right on top of this one. I mean, here it is. There's a confirmation. There's your touch. There's number 4 break in. And look at that. It literally boxed that whole base in. So, I mean, that was perfect. I didn't move this at all. There's the base from yesterday. So, but it is good now. So let's pull this. Let's pull this for next week. Let's pull this. This one is out as well. Let's run fibs down. What? Oh, what is this? Debbie, you would love this. He's walking more. So, Debbie, he's finally transitioned in the last, I don't know, 2-3 days to where crawling is not his first mode of transportation. He's actually I'm gonna walk first because it's, I guess, faster and less painful on my knees. So he just came back in and he's in the grunting stage. There was a little one of those like those mini Hershey bars, like the Hershey's just chocolate bars you get, at like Halloween. This is a Valentine's Day one. Well, he can't open the package by himself, so he literally just walled in. He was like, handing me the little pink chocolate bar. So, yeah, I was like, oh, that's really cute. Yeah. But at the same stage, he's eating made at house at home. He has eaten all the snacks in the car. He's eaten all the snacks in the diaper bag. Most of the snacks, if he's awake, he's eating. It's unbelievable how much this kid is eating. Um, I'm like, dude, you're like 15 months, 16 months. I'm like, you got to stop eating. Like it's just nonstop. He literally has to be eating 100% of the time. You would think I never feed him. It's insane. But anyway, again, this would not have been a 23 entry. It would have been close. Again, it would have been a supply zone more than anything else. But we'll see. I like this one continuing to deteriorate to the downside. This could be a level that we use later. Again, if this is a Sunday night open, we could. And it's not bad. It's got 2 touches, so be cautious. I would say the next one is up top. If this pushes down a little bit farther, if we can get down into this range down here where we are at 107, or I'm sorry, 105.80, right? You can see that all of a sudden our 50% retracement comes to a level as well as the 61.8. So that's kind of where I'd like it to come down and start to bounce back up again. We got a good couple levels up top, but we're not there yet. And again, a lot can happen over the weekend. So basically by Wednesday, not Wednesday, Tuesday, I would like to have price down here. If we can kind of end up over here Sunday night into Monday, just grind through, and then Tuesday morning, if we can get over here somewhere, that gives us a good kind of rally point for the overall market. All right. But right now, we're stuck right there. All right. Euro pound. We're looking for this to drop. And again, there's that parabolic retracement that we talked about yesterday, all the way back down to the profit target. We're sitting at that same profit target right now. Let's clean all these news moves up from this week. We'll take that one off. This one is here, and you see I just extended that across. We talked about this monstrous zone, and that's what it hit this morning at 3. All right, so all right, so this is an interesting one. Really, the base is there, but we can make a case here. There, short. Let's see. 3. There's 3.02. Again, that's where we want to take profit. Let's make sure. There you go. You can sneak that sucker in. Whoops. There's red. Whoops. And there we go. Okay. All right. Obviously, more of a next week trade. Probably won't have enough time to trigger today, but it's 12 pips or 36 in the other direction. Probably, again, if we can continue this down one, absolutely a Monday based trade. Um, here we go. All right, so the zero yen chain, it's still going. At its peak, I told you guys just get it yesterday. It's still there. It made it to a 2.5, right? It still hasn't hit the 3. If you're still in the trade, again, you're now at a just under a 1-to-1. I just said get out yesterday because I was like, listen, it's just there's no trend in this one, and it went down and grabbed the buyers again and came right back up again. So nothing earth shattering with this one. Like I said, we're still kind of at a high. The sentiment is still thinking bearish, right? Again, the reason why we're thinking bearish on this one is because, again, super, super high in the curve. Now, again, we did have some European comments, which is great, right? And I think it's great that we got some European comments, but not really enough for us to, nothing great that I love up here. It's got some room to run on the downside, and we could extend this up if you really want and say, oh, look, the 23.6. Yeah, it's all right. It's Friday. I don't think we have enough room in this one. I think it comes back down and ends somewhere around 142.80. It is what it is. Euro pound. So this one did push down. And again, we were looking for a bit of a reversal on this. We talked about, this. We hit it at 10 o'clock and we pushed up again. Didn't retrace all fully and then came back down based and then kind of Harry Pottered itself. So let's see, where is overall? I'm not even going to use that one. I don't even like that one. Yeah, I mean, with the bottom being right there. So again, this popped the way that it should have. There was a trade from before. We know that that's the 61.8, so that was an old trade. Let's talk about this level right here. Go. This one's starting early. Mm. Hmm. Eh. I like the 102.86. I think the 102.86 is a decent level. Like if this is going to be the true bottom, I like that. That's not bad. Again, it paused right on that level and then just collapsed. So, I'm okay with that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all right with that. You know, I was like, what is he playing with now? I was like, uh-oh. All right. Yeah, so those are okay. There's probably a small level here. I don't know that I would use it for a Sunday to open, but I want to kind of see what it does. I like this one lower, and again, we know that we have overall down targets down here. So yeah, and this could be a Sunday night trade potentially. Again, target first. Look for a confirmation bounce. Look for it to hit. Give us a green, red, and then green, or take it when it's leaving the zone. Would be the way to play this one. Okay. Pound yen. So pound yen, a weird one. It based in there like, yeah, we're looking for that one. We were looking for it to push down, and it ended up rying, and we were looking for a bit of a, and it did kind of give us the balance. It kind of just probed in there, but we're not really in any, where are we at? 11 pips from where we were yesterday. Not much. So we were looking for this to push all the way down to 160.37. It came down to 136.47, and then came back up and based and kind of popped, and we're basically in the same spot. So not really the Harry Potter entry we liked. I mean, it came down at base sideways in here and then finally popped, and it's like, did you take it here? I guess you could have, right? Because I mean, this is more of a square than a triangle, but I guess you could have, and then it just stayed there, right? It's like, woof, right? So, not really the best. Again, it gave us the drop. It just didn't give us the pullback like we really wanted, and that's why we look for the pullback, is because we're looking for kind of like a true defined line, and this was not the true defined line. So, it's all right. So pull these off just so we can clean this up for next week. I think the top up here is fine. I think both these levels matter as well. Again, this is going to continue to base Turn that yellow. Um, yeah, that's what it's running into. Look at all this drama, right? Everybody, fib traders love between 50 and 61.8. Look at all this, all the selling in there. And interesting enough, there's a little piece here, but I don't like the top on that one. So I don't know. The way it's looking, it looks like it's going to be pound weakness, and then again, maybe Sunday we find some buyers. Maybe down here, 106.60. Maybe we push back down. Like I said, I mean, this 23 level, it's just again, this is for your purposes, just to see how it went through. But there's not, you're not trading off that. I mean, if you would have tried to short this at 23.6, look what happened. You definitely got stopped out. And maybe try to get it to 50. Maybe you're a little bit live right now. Maybe. But this is ridiculous. This is your two snacks for the day. This is your two snacks for the day. That's your two snacks. You're done. There's no more. You're gonna be hungry later. And sorry, it's gonna cause lots of tears, but I can't help you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you'll bribe mama. So yeah, I think look for this one next week. Again, the way that it's looking without a U.S. influence, we maybe get some pound strength out of this on Monday. Dollar CAD. So dollar CAD is up. Again, we talked about two potential levels here. We're talking about this one here, and you can see it just kind of it started to slow down and put up a fight. And you're like, oh man, come on, no, don't do this to me. And then it did, and then it came up and hit it, and then used it. Right. So the base that it formed is what it used, and now it's just stuck in this 135 level. So I like this one. I like how high we are in this now. I'm good with this. We are outside of the range. I am expecting a bit of retracement on this one. You can actually take this and put that there. That boxes off pretty nicely, though, confirmation. Um, let's see. That's still going to be a profit target. That I don't need. Oops. Go. That is out. That alert off. Touch is out. Let's bring this across. Hmm. A few little hiccups in here, but what time is this? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 20. Yeah, I like this for a reversal, but like I said, it's already moved a little bit. Um, Problem is we got nothing over here. Let's cross. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's your red. Currently, right now, there's your green pullback. Didn't go as high. If this closes below, there's your 30-minute reversal. Right, and it's not there yet. But again, if this is where we start building our reds in, there'll be your reversal confirmation on your 30-minute, which would make sense because let's see, yeah, European market was straight up, hit that 7:30 time frame, and we started to push back down again. So yeah, it's trying. Yeah, I'd like this one to come back down. Like I said, part of this is oil right now, right? That oil news is not helping because it's giving us a weak CAD. But once that oil news gets absorbed, we should see it roll back down. It's a little deep right now, but yeah, we're getting a confirmation here soon. It's all right. It's Friday. It's one of those ones. I'm just not excited about it for Friday. If we start the week off here on Monday, Monday night, I do kind of more like this to the downside though. Right, more to the downside. Let's see if we got anything dollar Swiss. Nah, it's the same thing. Started the base. Started the base. You're like, yep, go and break. Go and break. And it did. Um, It did Harry Potter on that side though. Hmm. Let's see, red, green. Right now, technically, if the candle close, I know it's only 5 minutes into this candle, right? But there's your red, there's your green, there's your red. A close should push it, but we are at an area of buyers right now, so obviously it's struggling, but it is definitely trying to force through. Um, hmm, 11. Not horrible. This could be a potential trade for. Well, I'd like to see where it base is. If we can get a base right here, right? If I got a base right there, let's see. Yeah, if I can get a base in this black box right here. Like I said, I'm trying to find a more near term. I'm afraid it's going to be this though. I don't want to take the whole area, but we could. Check something. You know what's sad when the dollar Swiss is within striking distance? It's a 23 versus a 26. 24 to 26, right? When the dollar Swiss is the biggest mover on the board, you know it's scorching today. And again, I'm expecting the way that this is looking right now, it's going to go lower. So it's coming back. It's losing some steam here very quickly, right? Um, there's probably a short trade in this one. Again, the European market is about closed. Again, dollar weakness seems to be the trend for today. Um, you know, oh my God, buds, where are you finding all this stuff at? I need to put like a GoPro on him just so I could follow him around. Here. I know you love lollipops. There you go. There you go. You love lollipops. All right, so I'm a bad dad. That's his third. He had a piece of chocolate, a like mini, tiny Rice Krispie treat thing, and now he's having a mini lollipop. So yeah, bad dad for the day. I like this one short. Again, we're very high on the curve. Looking for it to roll back down again. It looks like this is going to be the trend again. Sunday night into Monday. Absolutely could see dollar weakness coming in. Based off of where we are on the curve. We'll see. With no U.S. influence, it'll really depend on the European market, but we should see it for a good 24 hours before the U.S. steps in. Dollar yen, again, there's their 135 hit. We talked about 135s we were waiting for. We hit it at 330 and then kind of hit it again at 630, pushing down. It looks like the other pairs with the yen strength coming back in. We can extend this up, and again, you can see that the 23.6 is going to provide an area where there's going to be buying coming in. Oops. Right there. So, again, it's what we're seeing on all the pairs. Oops. Yeah, yen strength. We're not seeing the yen influence over here, so it looks like it's purely you are seeing it back over here a little bit. You are seeing some yen put in some work. Yeah, but not here. So no, it's not consistent. It's a dollar. That's a dollar. So yeah, I would expect this to roll back down into the 133.90ish range, about another 50 pips lower. Do I love the setup? No, not really. Um, if you drop it down lower time frame, here we go. Probably see it on the 15. We don't have to go super crazy. Yeah, red, green did not go as high. Right, red, green did not go as high. Red close. There's your reverse, and you can see what it's done from there. So the 150 combined with the reversal confirmation push to the downside. So yeah, something I should probably look into this. Maybe. Like I said, it's still Pine Script does still not have the Pine editor still does not have all the capabilities for the indicator yet. Close. We're close. We're not quite there yet. We're close. Right. Um, Maybe I wonder if I could program them in based off the colors. I know I could do it for MT4, but I wonder if I could do it over here. I don't know. I wish if they would just scrap Pine Editor and use like meta language, that would be awesome. I could do so much more stuff. I would use this platform so much more. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll have to call the developer like, hey, this is what I want. Can you help me out here? All right. So again, I would expect this one to continue to deteriorate throughout today. Again, I think it pushes all the way back down into maybe the 134. Maybe we come all the way back down again. Again, right around the 23. I don't think we'll have time to come all the way down. Like I said, that's another 60 pips. That's a 4-hour ATR. In 4 hours, the market's done. So, there's not enough time for us to get a full trade out of it. But just, again, stay bearish thinking on this one, as I think where we need to go. Crude, told you exactly what crude's doing. Again, you guys can see here late last night, we were talking about a Harry Potter. We were looking for that window. And again, there's your window, right? Drop, base and pull over. There's your little triangle. I don't need to draw it. You guys know what triangles look like. And there's the continued deterioration down. We talked about 743. So again, another one of the overnight ones. Again, this triggered last night at 8 p.m. Had some issues down here with this. And again, you can see it almost kind of Harry Potter the second time and pushed all the way down. We hit the 50 and just said, nope, don't care. Use the 50, came back down, and we're sitting at the 61.8. Obviously, this is because the increased supply coming on the markets. What? No, why do you do that? Why don't you want me to throw it out? Which one? See, the last thing I want him to do is, be covered in lollipop and birdseed. Yeah, I will win lots of awards. um, sorry, buds. Again, oil. I think it's going to come down. It will find a bottom out here. Maybe. I mean, if we look on a technical basis, it looks like over here at 74.83, right, is probably the next time we see some buyers coming in. And again, we know why this is doing it is the increase, 100,000 barrels per day coming out of Venezuela. Again, increased supply. It's a pretty big, nice little jump. It's something they've been working on for a while, but it's finally online. Um, you know, that market closes early. You're not going to mess with that on a Friday. So we'll see where we go from next week. But, again, super easy Harry Potter trade. Again, very, very clean in that one. So hopefully you were, able to take advantage of that from yesterday. Take that one off. All right. Natural gas. Natural gas running into the same stuff. Again, we took a nice little bounce. This one didn't really have a Harry Potter. The red came down and then the green touched it again, and that doesn't qualify. And then the red green, kind of maybe here. But again, once we had the turn there, it's like, do we still continue to take it? It is going down. It needed a little bit more whip, and this one is a bit more ugly. Again, yesterday from the inventory report, we had set this up news-wise and talked about, hey, listen, there's the short. Again, you guys can see the short was, almost an instantaneous, you know, there was the short we talked about. It was almost instantaneous. Came back up, grabbed it, and then again came up and grabbed the 23.6. Well, I guess that was the old 23.6. Let's see. Actually, it grabbed the 50 a second time. So it grabbed the 50 the first time, and then bam, we bounced off, grabbed the 50, pushed back down again, and rallied down. So let's see. Maybe we have some more in this one. This one seems to like the 50. Look at that. The 50 just happens to be sitting right up there. So yeah, maybe there's something else coming on this one. Again, this is short. Short. Let's pull that now. Just get this ready for next week. Actually, let's do it from there. That's better. Yeah, let's pull. I'm gonna pull that. That one is out. Let's clean this up for next week. Just gonna delete that. They try to help me out. They try to help me out. Yeah. It's all right. Like I said, I don't think this one stops. Probably what we're running into right now. Let's see. So that's what we're about to run into. A gap there and a gap right there. So these would be, if you are short, these were the two areas I would say, get some profit in. Um, so it looks like 2025 and 2015, right? 2025 and 2015 or 215. Those are going to be the two profit targets where we had a gap in the initiation of the gap. So just watch out for those two levels. Gold continuing to deteriorate. As we mentioned, whoops, I didn't want to move that. I just wanted to take this bottom down. So yeah, 19 crash through those finally. Funny we did turn off the 61.8. Yeah, so nice run down in gold. Again, we get some dollar weakness coming in. We should see a little bit of a retracement back up again. So I don't know. Now I mean we're 1834. Got the 1821. Can we get down to 18 next week? We're not far from it. We're not far from it. So yeah, gold is also one of those ones that does close early on Fridays. So just FYI. And again, will it be gold moving on Monday? Yeah. Will it be as good as what we normally see on a Monday? Nah, not really, because again, the U.S. market will be closed. It'll be more of a Tuesday-based thing there. Okay. What? Um. Okay. Silver looks identical. Yeah, nice little drop down. What's the reversal? 530 reversal this morning. Right. Yeah, and we talked about this level break-in. Hit, chop, 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 chop. Gave us a pullback, but not. Well, did it touch? It did touch. So yeah. So there was another Harry Potter example, right? Chop through the level, chop, chop. Definitely four. Drop base, pull back, grabbed it, and then pushed all the way down. So we're good. It is rallying right now. Let's see if there's a headline. Is there a headline? Ball. See if we got will the Fed hike. The leading economic indicator. I don't know if that's gonna. Um, no, not really. Yeah, there should be more. I don't seeing a lot of inconsistent data. This is, I mean, this is just an article. Yeah, probably people dumping their positions, getting rid of their shorts and getting out of here is probably what this is. So again, nice little 530 reversal, pulled back for the new, again right before the news or the open, and then again we're taking off again. So again, you're not going to use this as another Harry Potter. I'd say probably the next level. Again, now that we've driven this low, you can see the 61.8 is lining up for that 21.82. Probably a decent level still. Near the 50, there's probably going to be something in this area, although it's pretty choppy in here, and it wasn't a major explosion and trend change because it immediately came back and tested, and now we kind of have two tests on it. So I'd be a bit more cautious with that one. I don't love that one as much. So just be a little careful with that one. So it's all right. But again, yeah, look for. I mean, silver's going to probably, let's see, in the overnight, are we hitting the 50 now? Now we're hitting 61. So a lot of chop, a lot of wicks, a lot of small bodies. So again, Friday holiday weekend. This move will probably end rather quickly, and then that's it. It'll flatline for the weekend. What do you got here? Apple obviously down big. That's probably what's dragging the NQ down. Tesla again big, but Tesla pulling back up again. You can see 2 out of the 4 right now are in the green. We mentioned somewhat of a feel good Friday. Let's see VIX. VIX's red candle started to print to the downside. Dollar again, we're seeing that dollar weakness come in as we mentioned. Again, some profit taking coming in. It made it to 104.60 though, so you got to love that fact. And then again, big push to the downside. Let's see what ES is doing. Ooh, that's a nice little weird candle there. The 915 was red. There's kind of a there is a bit of a test, but it's kind of like if that's the zone, right? Kind of a deep test, right? Kind of a deep test. 915 held it there. So, you know, it is a test. I would have preferred not 2 tests. I mean, really, the reality is it's actually 3 tests, but there's like no other. I mean, it was in his own, but again, 1, 2, that was the third touch from selling there. So it went down, as it kind of should have. It went down. Um, is that the best entry? I don't know. I would say that this, as far as my rating system goes, probably about a B minus. If this was the second touch or the first touch after the confirmation, like this one, I would have been okay with, right? But 1, 2, the fact it was up there at 9 o'clock and then it held at 9:15, it's like, yeah, right, there's sellers there, but you know, and again, you can see it came down and broke. I doubt it. I don't even think it did. It hit its 1 to 3. Let's see. Nope. Got close. Got really, really close before breaking. So yeah, didn't love that one. And again, I would say there was more of a confirmation on the downside than the top. So yeah, unfortunately, no, that's a no for me. 915 is red. Um, again, kind of the same problem. Not really like a great, I mean, kind of one, but not really. Right? If we're looking for like a decent, very, very easy to see base, you got to be looking at this and be like, yeah, that's the touch. If you try to use this one right here, like, yeah, but there's the movement, but there wasn't really a zone. Where if you take this, yeah, it didn't leave great, but it came up and then its confirmation it exploded off of. That one, again, maybe B plus, right? It's okay. Again, this one really had the one strong push and then kind of a front run, which is okay. Better formation. This one obviously did hit its 1 to 3, right? Its 1 to 3 is sitting right there. So again, that one did blow through, and now it's eating it back up again. Look, it's trying to come back up. 930 is there. So I mean, there's where the open was. So yes, it's red because it was over here, but it's about it's already starting to peak above where it's above its opening price. So again, could this one get the green today? It's got the most work to do, but it absolutely, again, if we stay positive overall, this lead will get eaten into pretty quickly. So as far as opening print, yeah, this one would have qualified. ES not so much. Let's see what we got here. 930, 915 was red. Problem with this one is if we use this is the best thing we can use as far as a zone. It's not the greatest confirmation. It did hit, right? This is also one of those like B pluses. I wouldn't say this is a. I would not say that this is an A, but there's 1 to 3. So you're out, right? The 9 o'clock down momentum was red, right? 9:15, 9:30, and then the 9:45 candles actually would touch this one. So again, it was aiming in the right direction. It is a confirmed zone. It's not. I mean, ideally we'd like one little hit, not kind of a chop back and forth. But unfortunately, it hit it at 6:30, which is also kind of a dead time. So again, this one is up. It's about to turn red compared to yesterday, but you can see from where the open was. There's your open for the day, right? So definitely been a positive day. People are like, "Oh, look, it's about to turn negative." Versus yesterday, it's been straight up today. So just be aware of that one. And then let's see what we got for the Russell. Oof. 915 was red, kind of peaked, and again, not really. I mean, unfortunately, this is the only test that we had, and this was not a European session test. Did it hit it? Yes. So there's where the test comes in. It did catch it and go. Again, this is also wrong side. This is also one of those kind of B minus type settings. And again, remember for opening print, the Russell is I'm going to say the riskiest. 1 to 3 is right there. It's past 1 to 3, so you can see it went out. It was actually the 930 candle. So that was where the only confirmation came in. This one, nothing left. This zone right here, not really. This is the only in market hour zone right there. So, of the three, ES and QYM are the three best. Russell Again, we can do it. It doesn't hit as many times because of the increased volatility off of it. Not to say that it doesn't work. It just works at a lower percentage chance. Where the main three indices are A's. This is a B rating for the opening print type stuff. So just keep that on your radar. But I mean, it worked today. So I mean, ES didn't qualify. NQ would have worked out. YM, it was a long in the other direction, but also a lower quality. I mean, I would say the NQ one, that was okay, right? This one I would say is B plus, A minus. This obviously no qualify. This is a B minus type setting, and this also a B minus type setting. Again, to meet the qualifications, we had to go back a little bit far. So again, the farther back you go, the higher the risk that it is. So yeah, not bad. All right, that's it for today. Like I said, kind of a boring. At least the Swiss is down to 8 now, right? But I mean, the biggest mover is pound yen at 43. So again, we knew it wasn't going to be a very, very big day. But again, setting up for next week is, really what we're looking for at this point. With Monday, we won't be broadcasting Monday. It'll be rather slow, so I won't be broadcasting. It'll be a day off. So we'll be back on Tuesday morning. So you guys will have a 3-day weekend to enjoy, do some extra, homework, some study. All right. With that, let's go and do the drawing for today. So who are we missing in here? Who are we missing? Jeff's not here, but Jeff said yesterday, long weekend. I think Jeff was going out. So we're missing Jeff. I'm going to say we're just missing Jeff and Sean. So, all right, let's close it down. Winner of today's drawing is Neuro. Neuro ends the week strong. And Neuro took 2. Hecky, you should have been doing 2, my friend. You won yesterday, right? Is it worth risking 10 pip chips for, a more equal advantage? Yeah. Neuro had a 25% chance of winning. You too would have wanted that one. Use the dealer's chips, right? You made 25 yesterday. Spend 10 of those. You're still 15 positive, right? That way it gives you a little bit better of an option today, right? Because today you were going for 100, right? So Neuro used 10 for 25, not as good of a risk reward ratio. Using 10 for 100, that's how you do it, my friend. That's how you do it. Let's go over there, give Neuro his. It's funny, there's an entire science at this point. It is funny how, we revived the pip chips, that there is a science now to playing pip chips. By the way, because we are getting high up here in the numbers, I do have the 2 classes that are both. They just need to be finished. They're basically done. Honestly, what I need is 3 hours where I don't have KIP, where I could just sit there and finish them, where I'm not doing 12 other things, and just put them up there. What I was planning on doing was basically you guys could redeem some pip chips in there, and we'll put huge discounts on the classes if you guys wanted them. And basically just give you a iron set of rules for some of those things that we've talked about. So reversals, opening print and reversals with the 2. Right? You guys already saw the icons for them. I just got to get in there and finish it. So, but obviously life is busy. So with that, I'm out of here. You guys have a great 3-day weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe. Be dry. Hopefully the weather is warm in some places. I'm hoping that it gets really warm this weekend. And with that, I'm out of here. You guys take care. And I'll catch you on Tuesday. Take care.